And hello, hello, hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh, yeah, we're showing something a little different. Showing Lainey tonight, and and there's Lainey,
Yep,
still looking kind of skinny.
yep, little Miss Lainey comes to show herself.
It's like I haven't disappeared. I'm
Well,
still
hello,
here.
Grace and April.
Hey, Grace, April, Liam, how's everyone doing? How's it going, y'all? Oh, sorry about my bag crinkling. I'm getting the fish treats out. They're getting a special treat tonight.
And everyone will forgive me my dirty Julie tank, but I figured it was time to show it again. They've been active and coming
Yeah,
out.
they have. They're getting nice and big.
They are.
And colorful. There's one. Hey, my Danios are loving this tank. They
Oh,
get
they
chased
are.
quite a bit. Oh, let me go ahead and pop them some food. And oops, that didn't go as eloquently as hoped. Oh, and there's two. Okay, well that made a splash. Um, these are store bought brine shrimp. These are not of the sanctioned uh variety that cannot be you know
They are not the
consumed.
protected species.
Yeah, these are not the protected species of brine shrimp. So, um, okay, so right now in my tank we've got some endlers, mixed endlers in here, um,
Oh no! Oh
and a
no!
falling camera. Attack of the camera. There we go. All right, in the tank to the left, that's me. We got some Danios. The leopard longfin Danios are in here. We got the Corridoras and some Plecos. Mrs. Whiskers was out, but she heard the camera was going to be here, so she ran pretty quick. And then we have the Corys, the Plecos, the baby Plecos, and Lainey and one of the rescued angelfish from the other tank that they were had kind of holed up in the middle. Yeah, he's in here now. Lainey's waiting patiently for brine shrimp to start falling from heaven.
And there we go. I figured I'd throw a little food in, and the Julies would come right out.
Oh man, they are getting big. They are getting big. Those
Yes,
are,
they are.
oh man, they are really pretty.
Yes, they are.
Man, now I want some of those.
Eventually, eventually.
I do have the Epistos, and they have a lot of babies.
Yes, they do.
Three have been rehomed into another tank. We are still working on getting the rest of them out of the tank.
And it's very
Because
difficult, and that's why most pistol people, they will move the parents because they're bigger and a lot easier to catch.
yeah, yeah, and I may have to do that the next go around because
Right.
I think she's already laid eggs. Yeah, these are
Oh,
not
I'm
the
sure she has.
These are store-bought frozen brine shrimp in a cube. And Lainey is like, those are mine. Stay away from them. Lainey will devour most of that cube themselves. Where is Mr. Dude? Are you still waiting for that other cube to drop? Like, come on, dude. Come eat. He's like, hey. Yeah, he's actually swimming around. He's not stuck in a corner. It's great. I think he likes it because there's a lot of things to chase in here.
Yep.
They do nip at the Danios a lot, but the Danios are kind of annoying.
Well, of course. They're like the little 7-year-olds that, hey, look what I can do. Can't catch me.
Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! Yeah, and this tank is actually doing really really good. So I'm
Yes, it
happy
is.
about that.
Yes, and mine, other than being, well, having the rock slide earlier and needing a good vacuuming, actually doing quite well. In fact, the little Synodontis are, well, let me see if I can throw some sinking pellets in there and get them to come out.
I muted myself. Oops.
Oh, shame.
I keep doing that. I don't know what I keep hitting. I guess the mute button. I don't know. That angelfish is trying. That's a big pile of frozen brine shrimp, sea monkeys. Um, that's what she's trying to
No,
eat
they're
them.
not sea monkeys. They are brine shrimp.
Yeah, those are brine shrimp.
They're
They are not the protected sea monkeys. And Lainey doesn't want to share them. Lainey likes these a whole lot. Lainey's like, this is pretty much the only thing I ever want to eat anymore. So I kind of have a problem here, especially when she gazes across the room longingly at the sea monkey tank. And I'm like, let's move this back to the bathroom. You can't have those. Those are not for you to eat. And down here are Mrs. and Mrs. Whisker's kiddos. Down there, they're getting kind of big.
oh yeah,
Hmm.
and
I think
baby
that's
Corey.
and the baby Corys are still doing baby Cory things. We just put a whole bunch of cold water in the tank this morning, so I'm hoping that's kind of got them a little on the frisky side.
We can
They
hope.
seem to be happier. They're darting all over the tank, so that's a good thing.
And that big girl right up front there. Yeah.
Hmm. She's like, could someone please pop these eggs out of me? Oh, please. She's like, I can barely swim. I'm like waddling here.
Yep.
That was like me at like 7 months pregnant. It's like, oh gosh, this kid's got to go. Except she's got like 1,000 of them in there. Oh, I think that is actually Mrs. Whiskers under the wood right there.
That
Pretty
could
sure
be.
that is. Hang on, let me see. There's only four longfin albinos in here right now. So, um, one has taken up housing in the cave finally. So I'm taking that as a good sign.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully old enough male to make eggs work.
Yep. And there's Mrs. Whiskers back on the AT-AT. She has finally stopped trying to go inside the AT-AT, which was a good thing because if she hadn't, I was going to have to take it out. Her fins have finally healed up too, from where her and Mr. Whiskers had a disagreement. And
No, I don't think it was a disagreement. I think it was a night of passion.
well, yeah, well, she disagreed about where she wanted to have that night of passion. He was like, here in the cave, and he was like, she was like, no, I don't want to do that right now. And then yeah, it was yeah, but things are looking good. She's talking about wanting to move back in. I'm like, what are you talking about? We just got you over here, lady. So wants to renegotiate contracts. I don't know, lady's crazy. Yeah, it's like overnight, like everything in this tank kind of flipped because before, like none of the fish were like doing good in here, and the cories weren't breeding. I couldn't get the guppies. I mean, the guppies would breed, but they wouldn't like the babies wouldn't, live very long. So,
You know, with those two angels in there, I don't think babies are going to live very long anyway.
what? No, no, not at this point. But if I took them out, like it's like the tank is actually thriving like it's supposed to now.
Yeah,
Because the Aponogean is finally got leaves on it.
good, good.
He's not a predator. He's just very aggressive, Grace. He's like an alpha guy, you know. He knows what he wants when he wants it, and he wants it done the way he said he wants it done. And Mrs. Whiskers is all like, "No,
He
we don't
has
get
his safe word.
that." Yeah,
You know those
exactly.
guys. The safe word is baloney.
Peanut butter and jelly. So, and let's see, we got the okay. Okay. That is not the new male. The new male is in the back. The new male pleco. The one that's right up here, that is the one that I thought was the male, and then all of a sudden their whiskers disappeared.
Yeah,
I was like, what's going on
not
here?
a good
I
sign.
was like, where did your whiskers go, buddy? You're supposed to be a guy, not a girl. Yeah, but these Danios, I really need to start getting them um
You need to
spawning.
make that attempt and wholesale.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one baby in the Aponogean tank, or not the Epistogramma tank, is still there. Like I am kind of blown away by that. Like that little guy is still kicking it in there, fish nerd.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ooh, I don't know where that came from. I didn't. I figured I should mute myself so you didn't listen to me die.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like everyone appreciated that, especially if they're wearing headphones. Because I didn't get it until I started wearing headphones and listening to stuff, and I was like, oh, I see why people get so upset about the coughing and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, that hurts.
it does. But yeah. Now, as ready as those Corys look to be, yeah, with the two angels, you probably won't see the eggs
Yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye on
because
them. I have to get up early in the morning to start doing the Thanksgiving stuff. Yeah, like yeah, I have to go to the grocery store tomorrow, and I don't wanna, but
I know.
I'm gonna check on them and make sure if they do have eggs, I can get them out of there. And if they, hopefully Laney and the other guy don't get to them before I do.
Yeah, because my little stir they were spawning last night, and as soon as the female dropped the eggs, the angels had a good snack. Yes, baby Daniel is still in the danger tank.
I
He'll be
am
fine.
working on getting them out of there. It's not been easy. I was able to actually trick a few into a little plastic bathroom cup, kind of like a little mouthwash cup, because I had thrown some food up at the top, and the baby apistos have started actually coming to the top to try to find food. So I like scooped three in a cup. So I'm hoping maybe I can get baby Danio the same way because he's getting big. Like you can tell he's there now
Oh yeah.
and getting his colors in him. And I was like, oh wow, we really do need to get that little guy out of there if we can. I don't know where I'm gonna put him, but I'm gonna find somewhere. I have a tub of moss I'm growing, so I'm thinking I'll put him in there with a little air stone and yeah, just let
Yep.
him grow up in there.
Or let him grow up with the baby rice fish.
Yeah, yeah, I can put him in there. And he may actually grow up a little faster in there because they get fed vinegar eels over there, and I'm not really putting those in the Episto tank because those babies are a lot bigger.
Right. Those babies are taking newly hatched brine, and
Oh yeah, and lots of it.
yes, they do.
It's not that they're too delicate for a net, but I've tried with my brine shrimp nets that I have, and because they don't really have like a pocket in them, they're kind of like flat,
Yeah,
um, like a flat stretch net. It They just kind of like jump off of it. The minute you pull them up, they just boop right back into the water.
yeah. She's using too small of a net.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah. And honestly, the baby apistos, they could handle a regular net. They'd
yeah.
be fine.
The baby Danio could still swim through it though,
Maybe.
because he is. I mean, he real skinny and long.
Yeah. But generally, you'll get them in the net and you'll turn sideways, so you get them.
I'm gonna keep trying. I have not given up on the whole siphon idea of just starting a siphon and just siphon
Turkey
them
baster.
out. Yeah, that kind of thing. It was like just let them go for a water slide ride. It'll be fun. They're kids. Kids like stuff like that.
Yeah. I'm surprised that the little. Oh, wait. There they are down at the lower left or lower right. Little Synodontis poking out.
Okay, there they are. They're like, hey, look at us.
Oh, you were the bigger fellas.
Something just stirred up everything in there.
Somebody said.
The guy peeking out of the rock is kind of killing me. He's all of a sudden he pops his little head out like, "Hey, what you doing over there?"
Hey, what we got?
I'm gonna make your screen a little bigger real quick. I'm gonna move everything around here, and oh, um, there was something I did want to talk to Grace about, and I need to just message you, Grace. But the last time I used StreamYard, the I had really bad audio issues, and that may be what's going on with Cass. I don't know. I'll message you about it. I don't know why, but StreamYard is just really just kind of yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, but oh wow, you're is that the little the plant
That's
What have you got?
well, Amazon sword. He kind of
Okay.
uh, the emergent growth died off, and that's part of what the mess is in the bottom of that tank. And now those are submergent leaves growing in.
Okay. Yeah. I'm strictly using Restream now, Grace. Um, I don't know. Ever since they changed it, it just hasn't done very well for me anymore. And that's kind of why I got an upgraded computer was to be able to stream better. And I've been having nothing but problems since before I switched over. And it's going a lot better now. It was a learning curve, but once I learned where everything was, it was way easier. I mean, and there's some things I can do on here that I just couldn't do on StreamYards, and but I was only using the free version too, so there is that. Back here, I've got two little Amazon swords, right? They're and I'm gonna try to replace the I put some root tabs in there. The one
Okay.
right behind the wood has started to grow a little. You can kind of start to see it now. But I've got one over in that back corner that's just not doing anything. And I
Hmm.
kind of want to pull it, but I'm kind of afraid that if I do, I'm just gonna kill it.
Yeah.
It's directly behind where the angelfish is, right at the back of that cave.
Okay. I see
They
the
can't see.
reflection of little Apanageton back there, starting
Yeah,
to
see,
grow.
he finally has leaves.
Finally,
Finally, it took a while, but
and
I
all the duckweed on the
still,
filter.
yeah, that I got to get out of here. I did a water change earlier, and I meant to scoop it out, but I kind of lost track of time, and then I was like, oh, so yeah, I got to get that out of there tomorrow. Finish up, get the rest of the plants put, because I've got the Ludwigia that I want to put in here, the little red Ludwigia. And I think I'm gonna pull that Eponogean, put it in a pot, or maybe even pop it in the pot up here, uh, right behind the angelfish, and see what it does in there. Or maybe even put it in the other 29. But I am gonna get that out tomorrow, and maybe decide if I'm gonna move that other sword out or not, because it's just not growing. And it's like if it doesn't die, and I mean it's either gonna die where it's at, or I'm gonna move it and it's gonna die. But I think it's just it's not gonna do anything there.
I figured 23-minute mark. I'll switch tanks. I'll show you my
Oh
angel, little angel
yeah.
tank with the super reds and the stir by. And let me turn this. You don't get that reflection. Yeah.
You said your angels out some. Whee!
That finger out of there.
And my pogo stamen completely died on me. I was
Huh.
really sad about that.
Must
I
be
yeah,
the must be your softer water
that's what I'm thinking. That and my water
because
sprite.
eh, odd because you're growing rotella and I cannot. I'm growing the pogo stamen. You've killed it.
Yeah, and I've usually had pretty good luck with plants up until I tried some different ones, but
Yeah.
I do want to try again with the pogo stamen.
Well, I'm sure I can find some for you.
Yeah, it looks like you got a little right there in the tank.
Yeah. Yeah. And little Corey's coming up.
And those are the stir fry, right?
Those are the stir by. They'll, the big thing with the stir by are those orange pectoral fins.
They're really pretty.
They are.
I'm still kicking my own butt for not picking those up at the swap meet. I should have
Well,
just grabbed the bag and ran with it.
there's always next time.
There is, and I'm sure that someone will have them.
Someone will always have them. If you see over on the left, so it's a young male has taken up residence in the cave over there.
Oh, he has.
I've got the big male over here on the right coming out. He's kind of hard to see because he's behind that sword
No,
leaf.
he's like, nope. Is he trying to make you sign a contract too
No,
about camera time?
he
Oh,
rarely
what?
comes out anyway.
Uh,
He likes his cave and he's waiting for the girls in there to become of age.
now I will say this: the only time I see the one baby albino anymore is when food comes out. I don't know where he's holed up at. It's not the cave because one of the bigger long pins has taken up residence in there, but
Hmm.
he just stays hidden anymore. Hey, Teresa,
Teresa, glad you made it.
good to see ya. Teresa's got a birthday coming up. Hey, Squam.
Good to see you, Squab.
I've got a secret, and I try not to talk about it too much in front of the fish, but my favorite sandwich is a tuna fish sandwich. So, you know, just saying. Luckily, none of these guys are tunas.
Nope.
Otherwise, they might be lunch. You know, the Corys and the Plecos are technically related catfish, so
Yep. And they're eaten down in Peru very well.
if you like catfish nuggets, you can have some popcorn catfish with the Corys.
Pretty much what they are. They'll catch a bunch, put them on like a banana leaf, throw them over the fire, and
Dinner.
exactly. And then there's so many Aquarius that see that are in the U.S. going. That would
Well,
that's a couple $100 of fish just for lunch.
I know, right? It doesn't even seem like it's been a year since Teresa's last birthday stream.
Oh,
That is coming up, by the way.
it's coming up.
Yes, Teresa's birthday is coming up next week.
Gosh, where does the
Oh,
time go?
I know for a minute I thought Teresa's birthday was on Thanksgiving, but I think it's Saturday, the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Boy,
So, next Saturday we'll be here. So, we'll definitely be
there,
hanging out for Teresa's
there's the
birthday.
big male poking his nose out.
Oh my goodness, he did get big.
Oh yes,
Holy moly, nerd, what are you feeding him? Radioactive brine shrimp?
Lots of sweet potatoes.
I need to bust out the sweet potato then, because whoo, my little guys are still little. Yep, next Saturday. Next Saturday. We're always here on Saturday, so it only makes sense to have Teresa birthday bash next Saturday.
You got it.
We will plan something. I promise. I wonder if I can get the fish to do a synchronized dance for Teresa. Probably not in a week, but I'm sure if I trained them, maybe get them to jump through some hoops. Man, that one mama right there, nerd, she looks like she's about to pop. Hang on, let me pull my camera up here. She does. She looks like she is about to pop.
Oh, yeah.
That one, the third one in, yeah,
Yep.
the only one there now. Man,
Yep.
she's
Big
huge.
one that's waddling around. Yeah.
There will be
There's no
Corey
doubt.
nuggets.
There's no doubt that that's a little girl.
Oh yeah, she's just way too big to not be a little girl.
Then, oh,
There will also be sweet potato pie for the Plecos next week for Teresa's birthday.
yep.
Make sure they have lots of sweet potato in there for them. Get all
Sweet
the Plecos
potatoes
out showing
and
off their bellies.
zucchini and oh no, the video on my screen has stopped.
Oh no. Hang on. Let me pull it back up.
It could be me too.
There we go. It's moving on this end. So there we go.
Eh, everything froze for me. Let me see
That's
here.
got to be on your screen.
All right, let me. Well, that didn't do anything.
Oh, we lost Nerd. He'll be back. He'll be back in a minute. There he is. There he is. Pink Mock. There's Nerd.
Here,
He forgot
just
to,
had to
did you
minimize
forget to
and
plug in your?
well, I didn't pay the cable bills yet, so and gosh,
Did you? I was
they have been calling and offering me that 30% discount, and I keep laughing at them.
I was kind of wondering if the solar panel on the Corys or not the Corys, the Angels had broken. Like, did they just all die at once, or not die, but just power down? Because you just got to recharge it a little back. And so I was thinking about it after me and you had talked earlier this week that I am going to probably phase out the Formosas out of the rice fish tank completely. It's probably going to take some time because there's a lot of them in there.
True.
But I think we're gonna move on from that one and gonna leave the Santa Maria Endlers in with Mr. Whiskers. See what those
Okay.
guys do in there, if anything. Either they will or they won't. But
Right.
the rice fish I'm gonna keep in a tub for a while and see how many babies I get out of there, and then maybe look for something new to go in the 10 gallon and so start something
Uh,
different.
we we can talk and debate and brainstorm on that.
Yeah. And I mean, the rice fish are fun. I do love the rice fish, but I can keep them in a tub.
Right.
And breed them in that way. So that's kind of how most people keep them anyway, is outside in tubs. So
Yep,
I
that's
think
what
that's
they
what I'm gonna
are
do.
great for.
And yeah, kind of move away from the live bears for a minute. I mean, I could probably use it for a Danio grow out tank if um you know I can get these little guys breeding. But I was thinking about maybe some tetras or something else. I don't know.
Another egg scatterer,
Maybe another egg scatter. That
maybe
or
another.
maybe a mouth brooder. I don't know.
Most mouth brooders are much larger fish, and a 10-gallon is not good for that,
Well, I do have
except
20.
for wild type mouth brooding betas.
Mm, we could put some betas in a 10-gallon,
Good.
but we have time because I have to catch all those little Formosas,
Well,
and
yeah.
they are teeny tiny. Oh my goodness, there's so many of them.
Oh, and there's so many other neat fish that you can keep and hang on to and work with.
I saw that, Teresa. I will check that as soon as I get off the stream. You know, they I was on a medication for a while that caused like um wild dreams, and that was not fun. Like those dreams were kind of crazy.
Oh yeah.
Gotta love it when like medications cause it. It's like, man, like why was that? Yeah, you have dreams that you're like a 50-foot robot. It's like that can't be real, right? Oh, so
Well, maybe we'll start dream. Oh gosh, I could almost see you having fun with paradise gouramis or
oh
other gouramis.
oh yeah, I forgot about Garamis.
10's too small for lots of rainbows, but the smaller blue-eyed rainbows you could have fun with.
Yeah, I could put the 20-gallon there in place of that 10
Yeah.
and put that 10 somewhere else, like for the Epistos. But we will have to look around and see what we
Oh
can
yeah.
find.
There's so many things, and you know, keeping nano fish is lots of fun. I still don't think you're ready for the Darios, the little Batis. I don't think you're ready for them yet.
No, or maybe some killifish.
Maybe Killies.
Um, those are the decorative blueberries. The fish are like, it's like their version of plastic fruit. They were like, we need something round and decorative in our tank, so a little cup of blueberries will work great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe we get you some other high end type, higher end Corys to work with, or
That would be fun.
yeah, yeah. I got to think. What a bit. What what can we get? You can almost get away with the little Julie's in a 10, but that's pushing it.
Um, well, where I have the 10-gallon with the rice fish, I can fit up to a 29 on that in that area on that stand. So if I had to upgrade the tank, that would be okay. I could always do that.
Oh, Foxy,
Hey,
good to
Foxy,
see you.
good to see you. You got that one in stereo. Oh yeah, it's football time.
Yeah,
And actually, I'm kind of surprised about that. Usually it's the other way around. Alabama takes their football very seriously.
Tetras are not out of fashion, Liam.
I do want to get Tetras, and I do have my other 20-gallon tank. Once I can get all the rice fish put in the tote, I will have that other 29 or the other not 29, the other 20-gallon open again. So I do have that, and then I have the 10. So I have the 20 and the 10.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to come up with challenges for you.
Yeah,
Tetras would be fun, but you've already proven with the Danger Daniel that you can do egg scatterers.
yeah, and I do want to try to get them in a little uh container and actually collect some of their eggs on purpose this time instead
Right.
of accidentally.
Do a wholesale style breeding setup for them and prove that you can do them.
Yeah, I do have the stuff already like assembled. I just have to get them in there.
Yeah. Ooh, but there's an idea. The red and blue Colombian tetras.
Ooh,
That might not
yeah.
be that might be something to try.
And I have seen those come up for sale quite often at my fish club auction, and
Yep.
they did have some at the swap meet. So I could possibly get my hand on some of those locally instead of having to get them shipped in.
Yeah. Maybe some smaller barb like an Odessa barb.
Yeah, and I've only ever kept barbs one time,
Right.
and again I was much younger and didn't know that they nipped fins of everything. So
They
yeah.
were probably the famous tiger barbs, and yeah.
Hmm. And they said at PetSmart it said great community fish.
Oh yeah, great in the community. Fact that they run the community. Yeah, I was thinking the
Keeping them.
cherry barbs. If we could just find a good source for long fin cherry barbs.
I think
Hmm.
we might be able to find some of those somewhere,
Oh yeah, I think we could find
probably near a
somebody that has
creek.
them.
So yeah, I could possibly keep those in the 10-gallon.
Yep, they would work in a 10-gallon.
And the babies are really cute on those too.
Oh, they are.
Baby fish are just adorable. I'm sorry, they are. They're even the
Most
little
are, yes.
danger Danio is kind of cute in his own little derpy kind of way. It's like I'm just zipping through here. Like there's, they are. They just ate a whole lot of food, and they're very happy about it. And I might be putting chemicals in the water. Yeah, Liam might be onto something.
Yeah.
Usually, I was really surprised that they were on their best behavior tonight when I dropped the brine shrimp cubes in there because usually uh, Lainey will bat all of the Danios out of the way to get to them, like literally fling them across the tank. I was like, well, this is gonna be fun.
Oh, yeah.
That is true. Since I finally did get to see a baby core, just a couple, at least a couple made it.
Yep. And the only thing cuter than baby Cory is a surprise baby Cory.
Yeah, that just comes out of nowhere, and you're like, wait, I didn't have that many Corys. And then you're like, yeah, like you do now. I do have to get these snails under control out of this tank before
Oh,
it ends up like,
yeah, I have to do that in my tank as well.
well, I can tell you this much. I haven't seen any egg clutches in the normal spots since Laney and that guy up top here. Since this guy came
Okay,
to hang out.
let's ask chat. We need to name him.
Yeah, he needs a name because I can't just keep calling him that guy. I mean, I could, but you
Yeah,
know, I mean,
Spike. I don't
I would name him Spot, but Spot's already in the tank.
know. Yeah,
It's like because he's got spots on his back. He's like,
and looking at him there, yeah, that might be a pair. It very well could easily be a pair, but they have a little bit of growing to do before they're getting
yeah,
ready to get frisky.
especially Laney. Laney's still a lot on the small side. Blackbeard. Well, you know what? He does have a yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have that big black beard on his face. Well, you know what? Pepin Creek got it.
Yep.
Well, we could call him Guy. You
Or
sport. I don't
Growl
know.
Pals.
I am kind of liking Blackbeard.
Yeah.
Gaston.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Even though Juju's not here, I
There's a
kind of
little Pleco
get
Belly.
the pleco belly up there for Juju.
I have a feeling Juju is hiding somewhere amongst the bushes.
I wouldn't doubt it.
So, something tells me. I just got a feeling. Hey, and there's a
Darth.
Darth.
There's a Darth.
There, okay, there technically kind of was
Mm.
a genocide this week, but it wasn't my fault. The boys didn't do what they were supposed to do, okay? And the eggs didn't get fertilized. So there was a whole batch of eggs that went south.
Yep.
So we didn't get angel eggs. I mean, we got angel eggs, but we
We
only
got
got
angel
half the
eggs.
fertile. We just got the kind you can cook, not the kind that actually grow into babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, has anyone seen where's Cat Ninja? Ninja Cat. Cat Ninja.
Uh, Gosh, now that you mentioned, I have not seen her. I wonder if she's playing with the snails on the roof yet.
That or Beryl talked her into playing in an aquarium. I don't know. It could have been that too. I know, right?
It really wasn't
I
a
would have like a
genocide.
million of
It was a very, very nice first spawn for the little girl angel. Just that the boys were too busy watching football to take care of her.
She was like, "I'm here, guys." Like she kept looking around, like, "Is someone gonna come take care of this?" Like, come on! It's like I did my thing. Like, where you guys at? My couriers are like, "Could you please calm it down?" It's like you're talking a little too loud. Holy hell! Oklahoma
Oh,
is whopping Alabama. Ouch! And their coach is not going to be happy about that. I wouldn't want to be them.
ooh,
Man, that hurts. Just ooh. Yep. Well, y'all, we are pushing that hour mark, nerd.
yes,
So
we
I
are.
guess we are gonna wrap this up here, guys. And I'm gonna figure out what we're gonna put in the tanks that are about to be freed up pretty soon.
Yep.
Me and Nerd will powwow, and you
Oh
know,
yeah. We'll have good 2, 3, 4 hour discussions on what we can do.
hmm and
Ideas
yeah, ideas, and
and which
hopefully
way
I
we
won't
go.
accident. And then I will probably accidentally buy the wrong fish at you know, the auction.
Nah,
Or
you
fuck
never
me.
do that. Yeah, how else did you get a Pistos?
Yeah, right. It's like I had a chance to get a pistos. I got a pistos. You know what? But I love those freaking pistos. They are great.
They're great. I've always enjoyed the Pistos.
Oh man, they're in the third quarter. If I see the Ninja Cat Ninja, I will definitely give her a scratch under her chin. I will not scratch her butt though. Someone else is gonna have to do that. But
I'll do that. I'll take that one for the team.
oh, all right. Well, y'all, we will I'll be back Monday and Tuesday definitely. Wednesday and Thursday, I don't know too much about what's going on because it is Thanksgiving. Hopefully, I will talk to you all again before Thanksgiving, but if I don't, then I hope you have a happy holiday. Stay safe out there and enjoy your time with your family and your friends.
Yes,
And yeah.
everybody enjoy your turkey comas or tofurkey comas or whatever you're gonna have.
I meant, scritches by the tail. I didn't name the
Yeah,
actual butt. All right, but y'all have a good
you
night,
know
and
my love for butts, so
he he does
I'll
like your
try.
butt. All right, y'all, and
Yeah.
don't touch the butt. You might get in trouble. Bye, y'all.